All right. Who was here last night? Who was here 8 hours ago? Come on. Come on. Who was here? Come on. Who was on last night? I hate to say it, but I hope you guys are paying attention to everything I said last night on the stream. I sound like I'm singing some SpongeBob theme song. I hope you guys are paying attention to what I said last night. We ran down gold. I even said in Discord. Oh. XAUUSD, where is it? Scroll up a bit. Support zones, first reaction area. Who was paying attention? I saw it, I said it. My eyes saw, remember what my eyes were seeing. I was saying, you know, we were in the middle last night. Probably wouldn't look for buys. Maybe I'd like to see 2650 or lower. You caught it, posted, yeah, hopefully. Williams, I posted my Monster 200 pip trade you called last night, 2850. Let me see. Let me check it out, or I could just go here. Probably. Where? Where's it at? Oh, there's me talking in the background. Alright, 2850. I did say, man, 2850. There he is, right there. There's the boy. There's the boy. There's the boy. 50 pips or 100 pips stop loss. Works. Defense at the previous low here on this chart. I told you guys last night, man. Who the it's paying attention? I'm working every day for you guys. It's a lot of work. Pay attention. Take notes. Once you get to my level, you'll be like, damn, this guy's on it. Told y'all. That was the trade you wanted, maybe. Market today. Does it maintain that level? Like we talked about last night. Funny thing enough, I even posted this in Discord the night before. Like I was looking for buys at look at oh shit. You guys were paying attention. Good. Even like shit, where was it? Remember this? See? Yesterday, even like the day before. First reaction area, 2850. I put a buy limit. Sometimes that's how it be with them whole numbers, especially well the quarters, you know, 50s, 75s, zeros. You have a confident one at time, even $10 levels. You have a confident one, and like you know, I'm putting a buy limit here. What's Bitcoin doing today? Maybe dropping. Up, down, down, up. What's new? Up, down, down, up. Going up, going down. Like what's new with Bitcoin? Down, up, up, sideways, liquidation. It's like one day up, one day down, one day liquidation, one day to the moon, one day oh shit, we're back in the red. Whew. I mean, if you've been buying Bitcoin for the last 2 years, you're like, I still got my Bitcoin. My Bitcoin's still worth what it's worth. What if it's the top? I don't think so. I don't think it's the top. A lot of people are skeptical now. There's a lot of skepticism going around, fear, uncertainty. And people saying it's the top. It could be something like this. See what happened over here, where the market's still traded at higher levels, right? Like it's still maintained, like over here for months. If you look at Bitcoin, down over here, like it for months was trading between like 50 and 60 and 70. Like it was in a price range for months. It could do that. It could very well do that, but on an angle, even like, what if it goes like in a similar type of range, like, and it goes down more, but it still holds like a bigger range long term, right? If you look way over there, like for months it was just sideways, but it was still staying at higher 60s, 50s. Like it was still holding some price range, and then it ran up. So ultimately, like if it doesn't want to just run in February, March, it could still like stay in something like it did over here. There's been a lot of big buys. I mean, BlackRock ETFs bought Ethereum yesterday or 2 days ago. BlackRock ETFs, Fidelity, some ETFs bought some Ethereum on the dip. February 4th, and also I think February 1st they did. Same with Bitcoin. They did with Bitcoin ETFs. There was some flow inside yesterday, or February 4th and yesterday. And not to mention, like, they've been buying at higher prices. Like, where's January 21st? Like, for instance, they bought 600. Like, if you look at the inflow, January 21st, January 22nd. So look at the inflow on January 21st, January 22nd, 661 million, 344 million, 154 million, 100. So look how much was sold on January 28th. Look how much has come out since January 21st. So let's think about where January 21st is. Let's look at where January 21st is. January 21st is up here. So take that into consideration. 661 million. That's the biggest one we see here. That's bigger than February 4th. February 4th come at a lower price. February 4th, they bought the dip, right? But they bought on January 21st up here, and the 22nd, and the 23rd. Like, they were buying all ETFs. If you look, January 21st, January 22nd, January 23rd, January 24th, right? So they're buying larger amounts at higher prices. They're inflowing larger amounts at higher prices, which is up here. And those times up here, because if we talked about this, even interesting enough, 2 weeks ago, we were talking about how ETFs bought a lot, like they sold a lot down here. ETFs sold a lot through this move down, and then they ended up buying back at higher prices. It's interesting. Larger amounts, 661 million. And then it continues the next couple of days. You're getting from 661 million, and then the next day, 344 million. So just right there, you got 1B, right? And then over that, you cross that. But then outflows, you have 28 million on January 29th. Where's January 29th? Probably at a lower price than where they were maybe buying. January 29th is like in here. So they did an outflow, but the more inflows you can obviously see. So like with what Bitcoin is, you have to understand what Bitcoin is. Something that over time will be harder to buy. When you think about that, like over time, so the fact that these ETFs are buying as much Bitcoin as they can at higher prices, whenever there's dips, they buy at lower prices. They understand, because like these ETFs, they could just hold Bitcoin. Like they could just hold it. Like they're accumulating large amounts. They're planning on holding. An ETF is going to be holding something for a long time. With the way Bitcoin works, and it's a protocol through halving, every 4 years, right? These types of buys might be harder to exist in the future, especially if there's less on exchanges. More people are just holding their Bitcoin. The times where you see people really lose their Bitcoin, a lot is on panic selling. That's where a lot of these ETFs are buying dips. Yesterday, so yeah, last couple of days they're inflowing again, but on Bitcoin, Ethereum, even Ethereum, if you go look, if you were paying attention to this stuff in December, even Ethereum, like they bought a large amount yesterday in Ethereum on February 4th, I mean, ETFs, plus Donald Trump's World Liberty. Oh, there you go. Yeah, see? BlackRock, February 5th. BlackRock. So BlackRock ETFs are buying the dip on ETH, Fidelity as well, on Ethereum and Bitcoin. February 1st also, they bought. January 31st. January 31st, right? Like, so through this panic, like price action, you just crash, just drop, you're seeing ETFs are seeing it as opportunities to maybe buy at lower prices or just get more Bitcoin. World Liberty. So Eric Trump tweeted, so Donald Trump's son, president's son, so it's like maybe they're at dinner like, Dad, you got your dad, we got yo, Dad, can you MicroStrategy went from MicroStrategy to just strategy, new brand, same strategy with the B on Bitcoin. So like, and if you look, Eric Trump, so Donald Trump's son, tweeted last night. I don't know if you guys noticed this last night. Eric Trump here tweets, feels like a great time to enter BTC. I think last week he tweeted something about Ethereum. So 12 hours ago, Eric Trump tweeting about Bitcoin. There's a lot of speculation, but they've been using the word strategic a lot. They've been using the word strategic a lot. You know, is that strategic reserve? USA announces we're going to buy Bitcoin, $5 million of Bitcoin every day for the next 5 years, 4 years. Something like that, maybe. I talked about the other night how they wouldn't want to announce something like that right away. But even on February 3rd, Eric Trump, in my opinion, it's a great time to add ETH. So I've been in crypto. I was in crypto when the market went to 69,000 the first time. What you guys got to understand is this time it's different. There's a few things we could focus on when we say this time it's different. The first bull runs, the second bull runs, that was all led by crypto cowboys. The mainstream crypto media, like the 2017 peak, the 2021. That wasn't based on institutional and global adoption. Countries reserving it. That was still based off, I would say in those times, it was less adopted than it is now. When Bitcoin in 2021, I experienced it, right? I was there for it. I've been in Bitcoin for a while now. This price getting to here, right, was fueled by what we call the crypto cowboys. The crypto cowboys, you think of cowboys, right? They, think about what that kind of terms to. People who kind of paved the way, like, the first, like, it wasn't institutions, ETFs, countries, El Salvador. Not to mention, throughout all of this, you went through the FTX collapse, wars and stuff starting to fuel, like, a lot of stuff going on in the world. But price, when you've been around this as long as I have, you'll realize price has done what it's done in the past without as many eyes on it that are on it now. Without as much money that is flowing into it that is coming now. It's done things that it's done in the past, right? And someone like me has been in Bitcoin for 10 years, right? Since it was like $1,000. So I've seen everything since pretty much like $800, $1,000, right? The market's been able to get to extreme, levels without everything, all the adoption we're starting to see this year. Go on since January 2024 marked a pinnacle day for Bitcoin. If you go to my videos and you go to playlists, we have some crypto videos. There's some really good educational ones, good information I did right here when Bitcoin was at like $50,000, $60,000, and then some before that too. Way back here 9 months ago, 1 year ago, when Bitcoin was at like $38,000. I said time is running out. Because what I understood at the time is time is running out. There's not going to be enough Bitcoin for everyone in the world. You got to understand this, like 1 to the power of 21 million. 21 million forever in existence. A lot of that is already lost. Can't be found. You know the guy whose girlfriend threw out his ledger by accident? There was a guy whose girlfriend accidentally threw out his ledger. She didn't know what it was. Threw out threw it out. He had like 1,000 Bitcoin on there. It's gone forever. That is gone forever. He will never find it. It went in the garbage. It went through a garbage truck. It went to a garbage site. It got crushed and destroyed in garbage. He spent so much money investigating, like trying to get people to clean that garbage site to look for that Bitcoin ledger. There is lost Bitcoin out there. He lost, because of that, 180 million or something more, I think now more, like way more, right? Broke up with his girl. He still has crypto. If someone has that much Bitcoin, they have stuff elsewhere, right? They have other ledgers probably in other accounts, right? He still had, he broke up with his girl for sure. Hit the road, shorty. Never giving you crypto again. These girls don't know. They don't know what crypto's worth. Some of them. Yeah, so there's that story about the girlfriend who threw out the ledger. The guy, he paid a lot of money to get the land that the garbage went to, cleaned to look for it, bro. Guy spent years looking for this ledger. This is an old story, right? Everything he didn't have, it was all gone. Like, he didn't have his seed phrases, anything, didn't memorize it. That's the sad part too there. Collectively, at the time, I remember it was like 250 million. Now it would probably be like $500 million that gone or something like that. It was a lot of Bitcoin. But that exact amount, 1,000 Bitcoin, or it was a large amount of Bitcoin for one person to have. Like, whoa. Like, you're talking like ETF type of stuff, like whale, like a whale, right? Like literally a 1%, like a 0.1 percenter, like a, not even a 1 percenter, like below the 1%, like a really top guy, like, and that's a story so that's all lost. Like, so what you got to understand, when I say time is running out, I mean, it's how much there is, how much there will be, and how it comes out, and how people are buying it right now and holding it as an asset, potentially for the next 10 years, in what we will call the digital gold rush. All right. So some of us are maybe younger generation here, right? We have parents. When we talk about money and the system of money, we have parents. We all have parents. We all have like older people that have gone through generations before us, right? Maybe through different systems, have witnessed change of systems in their time. Like my parents sort of experienced a lot of like the physical to the credit card time, right? The time where, you know, credit cards were a big thing. Go on YouTube, watch the Burger King commercial. Go watch the Burger King commercial when credit cards first came out. Maybe I can find it. Right? There's a Burger King commercial. Or it's not a Burger King commercial, but there's people getting interviewed at Burger King. Burger King when credit cards first came out. And people are shocked by it. Like, they're like, what? I'll find the video real quick. I'll find it. It's not even that long. It's like 1993 or something. Yeah, let's see if I can find it. Right here. So watch this video. Look at this guy.
What? The home of the Whopper is offering cash or credit.
I think it's pretty bad if you have to use a credit card when you go to a fast food restaurant for something as little as $3.10.
If I use my GM card, I get a 5% rebate. If I eat here long enough, I'll be able to buy a pickup truck.
Burger King bosses say workers won't have to figure out how much change the customer gets back.
I just hope it doesn't slow things down at the cash and carry, that people are going to be having to call New York and get the confirmation.
He just said, I hope it doesn't slow things down, right? Listen to what she says.
Credit.
I think it's pretty bad if you have to use a credit card when you go to a fast food restaurant for something as little as $3.10.
I think it's pretty bad that you have to use a credit card if you have to pay for something as little as $3.10.
Use my GM card and I get a 5% rebate. If I eat here long enough, I'll be able to buy a pickup truck.
Burger King bosses say workers won't have to figure out how much change the customer gets back.
I just hope it doesn't slow things down at the cash and carry, that people are going to be having to call New York and get the confirmation, or, you know, whatever it is. Because when I want a Whopper, I want it now.
Just another way to spend money. I'm sure it'll work for people on vacation when they don't have to do something, but I can't imagine it working on a day-to-day basis here.
So far, the smallest credit has been for $2.50. The largest, just over 10. Jamie Costello, News Channel 2.
So when you talk about systems and evolution and the transfer of wealth, where is most of the money right now? A lot of it's sitting in housing and older generations. So when a wealth gap happens, there's a majority that experience something, and then there's a minority that go through a new evolution, right? The majority catches on later. If you look
in 1949, a businessman.
If you look at like what happened with credit cards, like you look at what these people are saying about credit cards, how they felt, right? And you talk about the evolution of money, right? What is the evolution of money? Well, let's talk about that real quick, because a lot of you guys might not know even really what that is, right? When you talk about the evolution of money, you're talking about going from different systems, right? You're talking about going from a barter system to a gold system with metal coins as well, to a fiat system, to credit cards, to then digital currency, right? a lot of people haven't wrapped their head around this. We're in basically like 2000, 2001 with the internet in terms of how many people actually know this and have wrapped their head around it, right? Like the internet was a big bubble, right? You got other industries like Uber that took over taxis, Airbnb and stuff like that. Think of Facebook, but on a bank. Just think of like Facebook, but a bank. A global way to, one, it's not about it being a currency. It's about it being a store of value and a transfer of value. Many people, so when you go back to this, why are people saying
Bankruptcy is not your only option to.
why are people saying, it won't work, I don't see this working out for it? There's a system one they're used to, but they're also, it's a currency. They're saying it's a currency. Like it's a currency there, obviously, that they're spending money, right? Most people will say, when they learn about crypto and Bitcoin, they think, oh, this is a digital currency, right? It can be, but Bitcoin isn't necessarily that. It can be if someone's, using Bitcoin to pay their rent every month or loading a prepaid card and just spending it and just stacking Bitcoin. That might be the digital nomad. But more than just, let's say, a digital currency, it's more than that a lot of people haven't wrapped their head around. It's a store of value and a transfer of value, right? Someone named Satoshi found a way to store value and transfer it. And like Michael Saylor talks about, this is like, as far as something groundbreaking like this, like in terms of evolution, nuclear was the last time something really evolutionized like this was created. AI and now AI, right? But AI's been around way longer than we think. A lot of this technology we're seeing come up nowadays has been around. Anything the government releases, anything that comes out, is 20 years ahead of us, the people, right? You think when something comes out, they don't already have it, like. So a lot of what you're seeing, the evolution you're seeing, that's going to happen in the next 6 years to 4 years, is going to be like, boom, what just happened in the next 20? Like the evolution of digital currency, right? It'll happen quick. And the reason I say that is because you guys might be thinking this is all new. No, like cryptography, it's something that's been around for a while. Anything that comes out in the world may seem new, but the top of the top people, they're 20 years ahead of us, right? So all of this is working faster than most people are catching up to it or learning. Most people are going to learn later on. Average person will probably really get their foot into crypto like after 2026. End of 2025 going into 2026. Average, like that's when you'll see more masses step into. So there's a lot of things like you got to take into consideration with what what Bitcoin is. What's everyone talking about right now? Bitcoin. What's number one? Bitcoin. So again, when I say time is running out with Bitcoin, some of you, like 21 million, 7 billion people in the world, you have guys like me that are going to want X amount for their own, 100 or 200 for their, like I want a couple hundred Bitcoin. You have guys like me that have more than just one, right? I know people that have over 100. I know there's people with 1,000. Look at these ETFs. So there won't be enough for everyone later on to just have one Bitcoin. Like, everyone in the world can't hold on to one Bitcoin in the year 2034. Maybe a fraction of it, a piece. In the year 2034, go to my videos, you'll see why I say 2034. 2034 is not a random year, by the way. So if you talk about gold and what gold did, guys, like in 2003, many of you guys might not know this. Go look at what happened with gold in 2003, 2004, right before a huge recession. The gold ETFs came out in 2003 and 2004. Gold announced its first ETFs. I think the first ones came from Australia too, but the first ones on the New York Stock Exchange. I'm pretty sure the first ones were from Australia, but first gold ETFs that came out launched on New York Stock Exchange 2003, 2004. The next decade, basically, not decade, but let's say from 2004 all the way to 2011, gold went on what was known as the gold rush, right? The ETF demand, the gold rush. I went over this in one of my videos. So again, gold ETF, if you look at when did gold ETFs come out, this is stuff you guys got to study, because you want to own the thing that everybody's going to be buying later on. It's not financial advice, but it would be better to get a piece of the building that everybody's going to be owning later on, or wanting to buy later on. The first gold ETF was Gold Bullion Securities, which listed March 2000 on Australia. Yeah, I was right. Australian security exchanges. But then within that same year, you would have had the GLD ETF start. So the GLD, the gold-backed exchange-traded fund ETF, debuted on the New York Stock Exchange on November 18th, 2004, before the recession. Remember, a lot of you guys, I was a little kid at the time, so for me it was obviously a different experience. I was young, so some of you guys might have been older, and maybe some of you guys that are older than me on here would have experienced 2008 maybe a lot differently, right? 2008 was a crisis for the U.S. It was gold ETFs. So what I'm thinking, I'm like, okay, January 2024, gold ETFs came out. We went through a crisis. COVID, we are going through crisis technically. There's 2 wars going on, inflation at highest levels ever, like people's savings, credits out of hand. Like we are going through an economical crisis of like that people don't see maybe so much, like, or wonder why, or know why, or what's going on. Gold ETFs came out right before a big economic crisis back in 2003, 2004. They debuted first in Australia, then they went to London, UK. Like, this was something that got adopted. As of day one, billions started to flow in of day one. Billions. And gold went on again what was known as the digital gold rush, okay? This is really important because that happened 20 years ago. Is history repeating itself, right? This is what I talked about when I said time is running out in that video. So back in here, I'll take a screenshot of this. A lot of people don't know this. They're like, okay, yeah, go. So I live in a hotel, for those that don't know. Some of you guys know that already. I talk to a lot of people. If you live in a hotel, you talk to a lot of people. You'd be surprised. You'd be surprised how much people are misinformed. You would be very, very surprised. Like, maybe I'm just super informed. You know, maybe I just know a lot. But even just basic stuff, bro. Like, I met a guy who made $1 million on crypto and didn't know. Like, he made $1 million on crypto and he didn't know what the Bitcoin halving was. I had to explain it to him. So I was shocked. I was like, bro, you have this much in crypto, but you don't know what the halving is? Do you know what you're buying? Do you know why you're buying it? What are you even buying? Are you even buying Bitcoin? No. So gold ETF was 20 years ago. You gotta think of it, like 20 years ago. So, like, look where gold is now. Since 20 years ago. Now look at the gold market cap. Giving you guys some sauce right now, by the way, for the future. Because if you ask me, I'll sell my altcoins when they're up. But man, Bitcoin, that's a hard asset to get rid of. It would be like, what? It's like, what's the next best thing to hold? Like, okay, I sell my Bitcoin. What's the next best? What am I going to hold for the next 10 years? Name a better coin that for me to hold millions of dollars in for the next 10 years, right? That I'm like, that's going to hold more of a value that more people are going to be going towards. That would be like selling Apple stocks 10 years ago. Like, if you have Apple stocks, what's the next big winner? Like, you know, like selling Apple. If you've sold let's say someone who sold Apple shares in the last 10 years, like, selling, you're kind of losing at the same time with some of these top assets that are going to remain in the top, right? Gold market cap is 19 trillion. I don't know how much it was in 2003, 2004. How much is maybe we could figure that out. How much was the gold market cap? I don't know that number. I personally remember when this was 9 trillion, 9 trillion. It's 19 trillion. It hit 20, like, it's 19 trillion, just under 20 trillion. I remember when it was 8. I've seen this double, but I don't know what the market cap was in 2003, 2004 for gold. But you got to also understand this. How much gold was there on Earth then, too? Like, how much gold was there on Earth in 2003, 2004? Right? Versus how much gold there is now. There's probably way more gold right now, maybe. Probably way more gold, I would say, maybe, right? You probably got like 250,000 metric tons of gold out there. 20 years ago, you didn't have that same number. 30 years ago, you didn't have that same number, right? Like, if more gold gets discovered, it's like, oh, we got more gold to mine. Like, that's good for gold mining. Gold gets mined, gold gets discovered. It gets found on Earth, right? Bitcoin gets mined, gold gets mined. One gets mined through the physical, one gets mined through the digital, through the stratosphere, right? It blows my mind if you've spent as many hours as I have on it. I don't know what the gold market cap was 20 years ago. But think about it. The ETF came out. The first one came out here. And what did price go down? Yeah, like, if I'm on a monthly chart. So these red candles you see, these are big drops, right? Like, the red candles would be big drops because we're on a monthly right now. So all those red candles are big drops, right? But that was known, again, guys, as the digital gold rush. Not the digital gold rush, the gold rush. When the ETFs came out. That's when the GLD ETF came out. So do some research. Like, this is, you know, I've done some videos on this, talked about this on streams. on maybe a few streams, not really a lot of streams, but more in my YouTube videos, you'll hear me talk about this stuff. Even right there, Bitcoin ETFs. I'm literally talking about all of that here, Bitcoin versus gold. I'm talking about Bitcoin versus gold, Bitcoin ETF, crypto adoption. Talk about at the beginning where we are in terms of the internet. So this is when Bitcoin was at like 50, 60, before the elections this was. Talking about where we are in terms of like users, adoption, right? In this video. I'll go watch that. I think, yeah, it's look at gold. I gave you guys, man, 26.50. That was a buy. I got out of that. I pip and dipped it. Went to bed. Woke up a little late today. Still above 26. Like I said last night and in Discord, guys. I've been keeping you guys updated all week. Like 28.50. That was the first. Oh, no, that was the first setup of the week. That was in 28.50. Like, I've been talking about, like even 2 nights ago. I don't know if we'll have like we're gonna watch gold, but it might just hold that 28.50. Like I've mentioned 28.50 like 3 times now. Cause I've been looking. That's the one I was waiting for it 2 nights ago. I was like, over here, I wanted it to come down to 28.50. So sometimes you just gotta be really patient. Like what you want, like I want this price. I'm gonna wait till it hits that. Smack it when it hits that price. 5 lots, 2 lots, hit that. Beep. Like I've mentioned 26 or 28.50 3 times now, even on stream last night. We were live 8 hours ago, guys. So I know people are wondering what gold is doing, but if you were on last night, I broke it down for 2 hours pretty much. We did a 2-hour stream 9 hours ago, right? And I was talking about how I think it's better to wait for 28.50. I think the market will find buys there, hold the buys there. Even in Discord, I was mentioning that. And the night before, like the last 2 nights, we've talked about this on stream, right? It's something we talked about last night and the night before, so you can literally see it was a pretty precise reaction off of 28.50 there. The market may try to hold it for a bit. From the look, it looks like it's still gonna kind of stay above that 28.50. Now it's holding 28.55. This was the chart I went over last night. I forgot to post this in Discord, but if you're on the stream with me, I did mention I was going live. And we ran through this all stream. Towards the end, at the end, throughout it, multiple times. If you're on the stream, we talked about it at the beginning. I even talked about it in Discord like 3 times. I don't know if I see a setup because I caught 28.50 and I don't want to ruin. That was a clean setup, clean reaction. Got the reaction I wanted. I don't want to ruin that setup chasing the market. I think it'll still push up. I think it'll still hold the 28.50 from the looks of it, kind of like we spoke about the last 2 days. Like solid reaction. Went over a good training last night too, talking about the quarter levels. Like for now, you can see good reaction there, came up, pull back. For now, it looks like it's going to maintain, potentially hold above 28.50, maybe even 28.55 area here. That's what I'm seeing right now. I mean, you would have had to probably have a buy limit or stay up, because what time were we on till last night? I think we were on till midnight. We started at 10. Yeah, we started at 10 o'clock last night. We were on for 2 hours last night. We started at 10, ended at midnight. So you would have had to stay up and watch, because it happened at like 3 in the morning. So I stayed up kind of late, went to bed a little later. Didn't sleep all day, got annoyed yesterday. People these days annoying me. It's funny. People want my strategies. It's funny, man. People try to... It's funny what happens, man. Like... People annoying me these days. Let's just put the message out there one more time for everyone. I'm not doing MLM as well. I'm done with the MLM stuff. It's funny. People. It's funny because we made a scanner, a gold scanner, and people tried to copy it because they thought they knew the information that went into it. It just shows you people don't know how to trade. Like most of these MLM guys, they don't even really know how to trade. Like I know a lot of them. I'm not gonna talk any smack on anyone, but man, it's funny. Me and a business partner, a friend that I know, he's doing his own thing. I'm doing my own thing. We created a scanner together, and it's really good scanner. Did a good job. It's still out there in the company. It's a good scanner, good tool. I have a video on it on my YouTube. Another company tries to create the same scanner, fails miserably because they think they knew the information in it. A bunch of little traders, network marketer traders thought they know how to actually trade and what information goes into the scanner. Like, blows my mind how people treat trading. Trading's like a hard thing. Like people think trading's easy. I make it easier than it seems. Remember that? Blows my mind. So that showed me, I'm like, damn, a lot of people don't really know how to trade because some people have tried to copy my strategies and stuff and build their own systems out of it, and they failed because they think. That's why I don't teach everything, because I know people are going to try to copy my stuff. You got copycats out there. You got real traders, and then you got the copy and paste traders. The ones that copy and paste others and make themselves look successful. I've been doing this for 10 years. I've seen it all. To build an actual good gold scanner, guy, that takes like 6 to 8 months. That's a project. Like, you're gonna build a scanner, a tool for trading, an AI bot. You're gonna need to really, really test it out. Like that's a 6 to 8 month project, probably at the minimal, right? Unless you want to get like a Temu gold scanner or a Temu AI bot, you know that app Temu. Like a scanner, an actual gold, like a gold, especially with gold, the way it moves, it's really volatile. That's gonna take time to build out, bro. Like, if anything, up to like 8 months to a year time. Like, I would say, like, it's a project, right? So like, for those of you guys that are like, I want to build an AI bot for my own trading, like, that's a whole nother time dedication thing that maybe like put that into your free time. Make that more of your hobby right now. Trading's like trading you got to treat like a business. You got to learn trading. Maybe that creative like a hobby, because like that's a whole nother thing. Like, you got to be really good at trading to do that too. Understand the markets really well. Yeah, it looks like we're going to see this low here. So the one that hit 2350, see the red candle right there? See, it's holding that. I gave you guys 2850 last night, man, and in Discord. So if you look, I'll put the Discord link in the chat. Some people caught it. Good to see. 2850 was the one. You go scroll. Oh, it's in this one. Pip and dip. Oh, he's scalping. Oh, some sells. Sheesh. Sells. People taking sells. Yeah, like this was the trade you were waiting for right here. Like, the 2850 buys. Like, there it is. That's Bitcoin. Nice. Right there. There it is again. Boom. 2850. Boom. Oh, that guy got 2860. Like, that was... Okay, yeah, because that was 6 in the morning. So where's 3 in the morning? Some of you guys would have probably maybe caught it 3 in the morning. There it is. Someone got that. I did say 2850. Back testing. Like to see that. There's some back testing. Oh wow, scalping. That's, see, scalping full. Look at this. Look at this, Captain. I think you're in the inner circle. You're gonna be in the inner circle. Yeah. I'm kind of memorizing everyone's name. I'm just memorizing everyone. 14 trades, 6 wins, 3 losses, 5 break even. 9R. Good stuff. I see what he's doing. He's taking a trade. His captain's a guy, right? Maybe a guy, maybe girl. He or she. So hits 2840, you buy after rejection, and then you ride it up. I see. You wait for a rejection candle above breakout retest right there. Loss, it's okay. You got it back there. Buying. Boom, boom. Look at this. Look at this. Are you guys seeing this? That's on his own. Or I'm thinking Captain might be a dude or on his or her own. We got this person's actually, I think I was messaging this person yesterday. They're joining the inner circle. I think they already confirmed. Yeah, they already confirmed. I sell 50 pips. I gotta reply to this. I hope everyone's seeing this, because this is just on their own taking the knowledge, right? Y'all seeing this? Anyone who's in inner circle, that's confirmed. There's over 50 people already. More people said they're gonna wait till tomorrow to get confirmed, like Friday, Saturday. So I think I literally think by Saturday we'll have 60 plus people, guys. So I'm starting it in March. There'll be 40 spots pretty much left for the month if anyone's interested. For those, go to the announcement. For those that already like locked in, go to announcements. You'll see some announcements that I put yesterday. So inner circle update. Now it's like 50 plus people. I gotta go through my DMs again, get the emails together. Everybody will be getting emailed. I said within 28 to 48 hours, so that could be like just by like by the weekend pretty much. Like by this weekend I'll be emailing everybody. If you want to be a part, hit me up. The first 100, there's a special surprise for the first 100 that they don't know. Like I don't want to kind of spoil everything, but the first 100 will have some long-term benefits versus everyone else in the future that decides to get my inner circle. I might do 2 inner circles, 3 a year, maybe 2, 3 a year. So I'm gonna do one now. Maybe the next one I do is 8 months from now or 6 months from now. You know, I do 2 a year, but the first 100 people will have some long-term benefits for the other ones as well. Like, and the other ones are gonna probably be you know what? What's his name? Fat Joe. Like Fat Joe says, yesterday's price, not today's price. So remember that if you're the OG 100, you're good. I got you. But like my second inner circle, let's see, because I'm gonna do different ones. Like I'm gonna do more courses. Like it's my first boot camp and course. The next one I do is gonna be different videos and stuff and more added to it. It's gonna be an evolving course. That's most courses you get. No, there's a few you get out there. There's more some people out there that evolve and keep adding on, added on. That's like I've seen that. There's like 7 out of 10 courses I say you get out there is just like you pay and you just get one thing. Mine's just gonna be continuously added on to through the year. So for those of you guys that pay the $550, you're gonna get all the other things. But later on, someone else might pay $1,000 later on to still get all the other same things you're gonna get that you got for $550. So just remember that if you're in the OG 100, you're gonna get a lot of stuff later that people are gonna end up paying more for later. Just saying, right? Like, because you guys will see, like those of you guys who locked in with me, I value your decision, so I'm gonna put, you know, your time, the commitment you put into me, into you. So you guys will see. It'll be worth $550 is what I'm saying. It'll be definitely worth $550. If anything, it's worth like $3,000 more, but it's okay. It'll be worth it it'll be worth it from the first month to the next year. Like you'll be like, fuck, I'm glad I bought this when I did. Especially the first 100 people. So you can DM me on Discord, guys. All I really see for gold today, guys, honestly, we hit 2850. We hit that. And those are the reactions we love. That thing ran almost 200 pips. Well, yeah, it did. You could have got 200 pips on that. That's the same thing I've been talking about for the last, like, again, 2 nights ago. 2850, 2845, first reaction area. 8 hours ago, we were talking about this. So, like, that was the trade I was really waiting for. It was good. Hallelujah. You might not, and that's the thing, you can have a like, so for instance, 2 nights ago, I'm like, I want 2850, right? Gold may pull back towards 2850, 2045 for liquidity. I wanted that for my entry. Didn't give me that day. So like, sometimes you just gotta kind of stay on the plan and be like, okay, let me see, like, yeah, price might move away from it, but it could still come back and follow that plan. If you chase price too much higher up, you chase price higher up, but then it still comes back, kind of alleviates from the original plan you had that you first saw, that you're like, I see a good setup here. I see a good setup at 2850. Market goes higher, doesn't hit it, but next day comes back. So that was that, guys. Like, I mean, I don't see a setup for gold right now. I think for now, like, 2850 could potentially hold. 2850, 2855 could hold potentially. Still, if not, same thing I wrote in Discord. Like, there was 2 things I wrote here, like 2840, 2838. If anything for now, like maybe 2855, 2850 area holds, you could see for that, if that area holds. Looks like we're coming back to maybe enter, kind of test that 2850. Yeah, don't worry, I got a lot of DMs. I'm gonna DM me on Discord. I haven't gone through any Instagram DMs yet. I've only been getting Discord because I still have a lot of DMs on Discord, so it's kind of easier for me to start at one place. So I've just been hitting everybody back on Discord. I gotta just accept message requests. Tomorrow, Friday, a lot. I think like 10 people are locking in tomorrow. So yeah, the inner circle, yeah, 2855, 2850 zone could hold the low. There's a low there with the order block, kind of like your sell to buy candle there, volume candle. We might hold that from what I see. No, the inner circle is gonna be like a lifetime. You pay one time, but you're getting lifetime access to my inner circle. So anything I upload to the inner circle, and like say I do an inner circle 6 months from now, a new one, that stuff's still gonna get uploaded to my inner circle. So the people who pay now are still gonna get the next inner circle. But the people who don't pay now are gonna have to wait for the next inner circle, but the next inner circle might be like $200 more, $300 more. So that's what I'm saying. Like, there's long-term benefits with my inner circle. Like, it's not just a one course. Like, you buy the course, you get it. I keep adding to it. It's definitely gonna be high value long-term, because already I have 10 hours of recorded content in crypto and all the PDFs for that, and I have 50 hours recorded of forex and gold and all the PDFs for that. So already there's about 60 hours of pre-recorded content. And 6 months from now there might be 80, right? Like, and when you guys get added to the group, like, I'm gonna add you guys to, it's not gonna be on Discord, it's gonna be on another website. So when I add you guys there, you guys are gonna get like the welcome messages, and you'll see what the plan is, like, because it starts in March. So I'm gonna get you guys ready for March too. Like, I'm about to add you guys to another platform this weekend. Inner circle is private, more inner circle. That's why it's called that. One day, maybe in a year from now, I have another website that's like cheaper, but that's all I'm doing. YouTube and that's really it. YouTube streams. I'll still be on YouTube. Yeah, it looks like that low. Like, that's all I really see, guys. Honestly, like, want to see more for gold. Like, same kind of analysis as last night and the day before. 2840. Like, if you go on Discord, you'll see I've mentioned something about 2840, 2838 area. If it comes down there, that's the next support. Like, we're in this area, which looks like it could maybe hold. It looks like the market's testing it now. Between 2850, 2855. You could kind of keep an eye on that zone. If you see my YouTube videos, guys, we spend a lot of time on those. So we spent a lot of time on the inner, like, if you see my YouTube videos, the inner circle videos are really high quality. If you see my YouTube videos, they're recorded similar to my YouTube videos, really high quality. So a lot of time has gone into it. A lot of time. $10x more. All right. Someone was like, bro, I'll give you 20 G's right now. I was like, chill. I was like, give me 5. Like, you're good, bro. Like, chill. I don't need that. I was like, go, like, chill. It's like, bro, someone literally DM'd me that. I'm like, wait, bro, chill. Like, chill. It's a lot of money. I was like, bro, give me 5. Midday reversals, flush out. You have a demand zone down here, which is around 2840 area. You have some demand down there as well. Right now, it looks like the price is just kind of hovering above 2850, finding like that psychological number. I already had a reaction. It looks like we're kind of testing this area, like maybe coming to test this whole area, even like 2850, where we just kind of tapped not long ago. You could potentially get a bullish move back out of there. Next demand zone I see, because I don't see a sell here. Don't see a sell. That would have been up there, 2870. Damn, 2870. Look at that. Yo, I did say in Discord 28. Yo, like, I'm on point with the zones right now. Look at this. I don't know if you guys are. Come on. Damn. Look at short-term bearish zone 2870, 2875. Support zone. Come on. Yo. I was like, bro, like chill, bro. Like, dog, chill. That's insane. I was like, what you want me to do, bro? Like, support zone, for instance, like support zone. I mentioned yesterday morning, dog. 2870, 2875 bearish area. Like, come on. I literally said we could come down to 2850 yesterday morning. And then I said last night we could maybe get a buy at 2850. Like, look at what I'm writing here. Because I spent some time. It probably took me 20 minutes to write this. That's the one thing too. Like, anyone who's like, there's people copying my stuff, sending them to their groups, whatever. I get it. I don't care. Free value. It's free anyways. So it takes me like 20 stuff to do these write-ups because I'm marking. I'm like, I want to see, like, I want to write something up, like see an analysis. It takes me a little bit to do this. Short term, gold may pull back to 2850, 2845 before another move up. Bearish rejection, 2870, 2875. If price reaches the zone, watch for signs of selling pressure. Possible rejection leading back to 2855, 2850. Another scenario, and I gave another scenario in case none of the things I thought were going to happen. That would have been the last thing maybe to happen. So you still have like that second area down here that maybe it comes down into to give buys. You still could come under there. For now, like, keep an eye on 2850. This 2850, 2855 area could potentially hold. But I did say yesterday morning, like, peep it. Gotta do a little update here. Yeah, I gotta fix the camera one of these days. I'm working on that. Like I said, 2855, 2850 area. Probably gonna react off of this area, like 2855, 2850 area. Maybe see that. If it doesn't hold that zone, it'll flush down more, maybe another re-entry or... But that's all I see right now for gold here today, to be honest. Yeah, I gotta fix the banner. Might take a bit. I gotta fix that thing. Looks like that low. There's a low here on the 1 hour. There's a red candle. You can see the market is kind of it's testing that right now. It's testing the low. It's either gonna like sweep the low, go up, or hold the low. Someone said the other day, trading's so simple. It's either gonna do this or that. It's either gonna go up from here or come down and then probably go up, right? So like this is an area to keep an eye on. What time is it for New York? Potentially reactions out of here. Like it's doing some ups. If it sweeps underneath, it could go down to like 2840, 2838. Like I mentioned in Discord. That's the same zone that I mentioned in Discord. It's all the same zone. Everything I have on my chart is this, and this, like 2850, 2840, 2875. I did mention yesterday to look for sells between 2870, 2875 when the market was right here. So you could have caught, you could have either caught sells here, 2870, 2875 zone, and I did for the last 2 days talk about 2850. So 2850, market's testing it again. I'm not in a trade right now. It might hold this zone. Like I'm not in a trade on gold. I caught 2850 buy. I'm just kind of playing it chill. I caught the sells. I showed you guys in Discord. I caught the sells. I got out of those, made $2,800 on those sells. I closed those. I caught the sells. I did mention how, you know, again yesterday, bearish rejection. I ended up making 2,800 US on that. And then caught the buy here at 28.50. Ended up making like 1,800 bucks on that one. I'm not in a trade right now on gold. I caught the sell, I caught the buy. I'm chilling right now. Maybe I'm watching this 28.50 area for New York. Obviously, price is pushing down more right now. Maybe this area holds one more time for New York. If not, it's gonna, like I said, probably push down to that next demand area near 28.40 if this area doesn't hold. Yeah, the sells were good. 28.75, 20. I think my highest, I didn't even catch 28.75 to be honest. I caught like 28.73.89 or something. Yeah, like almost 28.74. That trade, these two trades alone were up like, just alone like 800 bucks. I even had an entry. I had an entry that was early. I was like entering around 28.70, and then when price went closer to 20, I think it went to 28.75 and then reacted, and I entered after around like 28.74. I caught that move down. Was happy about that. Caught the buy at 28.50. We can see this zone's not holding, so maybe it looks like we're coming down. Like, I'm in no trades right now on gold. Again, it's just analysis I'm going over right now. This zone, 28.50, looks like it's not holding. It's sweeping the low. If I get into a trade, because I've caught like 3 trades. I caught the sells, I caught the buy. I showed you guys the sells that I was in as well in the Discord. The buy was at like 3 in the morning. I was like halfway going to sleep. We would have had to be on the stream we were streaming last night till midnight. It just swept the low, so it's sweeping the low. It's sweeping out this low. So when it comes down to a low, it's either, or a high. Like when you have a low, it's either going to test it like a double bottom, or, you know, a lot of times go through it and do something like this when it comes down to a low. So might be getting even a scenario like that from the looks of it right now. It just swept the low. What's the dollar doing? Currency pairs. See a little flush out there. Just swept this low, so it's like taking out stops right now, most likely. Time is it? 9:50. It could, like, what it, see how I just made that wick? This could be, maybe it holds, maybe now is like, maybe that was like liquidation, then it starts to reject a bit. I'll take like a scalping buy on gold, a small entry in case it goes down more. I'm gonna do a scalping buy on gold at 28.50 one more time. I'm gonna put one lot real quick, see if I can catch a quick pip and dip. See how price holds here. If it doesn't really hold short term, then I'll get out, or maybe should be able to catch a reaction. I took a buy on gold at 28.50. See if I get a quick reaction here. Pip and dip, quick 80 bucks, quick 130 bucks. Quick reaction. 200 bucks. put 2 lots. I might scalp this real quick because I put 2 lots, pretty big. Not huge. Like I've traded with 30 lots on gold at once. I mentioned I'm in for buys. I'm in at 2850.31. Yeah, I'm already 10 pips in profit. A little pullback. I took a buy. I just said I went in for buy at 2850. Oh, I was just up 200 bucks real quick. We'll see. I want to see if this 2850 maybe holds. Short term scalping. If this area doesn't hold, like 2850, 2845, I'll try next zone, whether I'm on stream or not, at 2840. But yeah, I did take a buy on gold. Gonna watch this zone instead, so I just entered at 2850. Gonna see if 2850, 2845 area holds here short term. If it doesn't hold that zone, I'll hit stop loss, take my L. But potentially you could even wait for like 28. Like I said, I even wrote it in Discord. There's another zone down there. And profit a little bit. A little bit. Maybe pip and dip. I could pip and dip. Like scalping could be seconds. Like I've been in and out of profit. Scalping could be seconds when you're at these prices. Like I was just up 250 bucks. Now I'm up 89. Scalping could literally, like I could have literally took the 200 bucks, entered again. Like scalping can be that quick. Like right when you enter, you can get out. If it goes into profit, try to get a re-entry. But I'm gonna look to see if this zone holds. It's had like a couple 10 pip reactions, nothing crazy. 28.45. I thought it would have been 28.55, 28.50, but that's why you just gotta stay patient at times. Maybe find that better entry. What, 28.45, 28.50. If that doesn't hold, I'm in for buys on it. If that doesn't hold, if you don't like that setup, you could still even wait to see if the market flushes down more to 28.40, 28.38. Like I mentioned in Discord, that would be the second reaction zone. Our first reaction zone, we already got a reaction, just remember that. I already took a trade at 28.50, so this is my second trade at 28.50. Right, so we already got a reaction at 28.50. That was, again, just remember, 28.50, 28.45, first reaction area. That reacted not that long ago for 200 pips, so there's potential it doesn't hold this second time, right? It could go down to the next demand zone that we talked about, right? Which is 28.40, 28.38 area. So just be cautious of that, because I'm in the trade. I understand still the market could go down, so I'm not gonna get emotional about that. If that's gonna make you emotional, wait for the next step. Wait for that setup instead. If this isn't your trade for you, if it doesn't follow your plan, wait for the next zone. Because again, everything I've been talking about so far this week has been hitting. If you haven't really been paying attention, you haven't been able to notice that, right? The sells hit yesterday. The buys hit at 3 in the morning. This one, we could see right now, 28.45, 28.50 zone. It's in the next zone. It was up a nice like 250 there real quick. So the next zone could be down here, like I've been kind of keeping you guys updated all week, right? 28.40, 28.38 area. We already had sells yesterday. I should have, if I was still in those, I'd be up probably like double the amount right now. If I was still in those sells, because I'd be up like almost 300 pips on one position. But yeah, I'd be up a good amount right now. Probably like 4 or 5K in range. But yeah, the sells, that zone is up here. So our sell zone held. And literally it's come back now. So what did I say? Where did I say yesterday we're going to come back to, right? So short term, so retracement first. Gold may pull back to 2850, 2845 before another move up. So we can see we got that reaction from our 2870, 2875 zone. We've come down now to 2850, 2845. So, however, 2850, 2845 doesn't have to hold. It could be an area that doesn't hold. If you look at what else I wrote, where we might come down even lower. It looks like right now it's not holding, so it might be an L here. I'm going to close it. I'm going to get out, take the L before it drops even more. Yeah, could take a quick L here. There you go. I'm out. I'm out of gold. Quick L. All good. I got out. $500. All good. Still up on the day. Still up on the week. Still up. I got out of gold. When we go long, I went long there but got out. Took a quick L. Remember, guys, I've been calling out trades all week. I called out 2850 buys, 200 pips. Called out 2875, 2870 sells. Right now, that's 300 pips. I'm gonna look for maybe a re-entry, like I said, I said, either I'm buying at 2850, 2845 zone, or I'm waiting for the next demand area. Same thing I said in Discord, right? Look at Discord, guys. Yesterday, 11:33 in the morning. Short-term bearish zone. So 2870, 2875 for sells. We hit that already. I mean, I'm not in that yet anymore. I got out. So now we're potentially entering the support zones. But again, 2850 already reacted. 200 pips, guys. So that was the first trade here. Maybe there's a second one lining up. Got to be more patient now because we didn't get a good reaction there. There's no reaction there. So gotta chill, maybe wait, tone price out a bit, let it drop for a bit because it's coming down potentially to the next demand zone that I mentioned yesterday, right? Remember what I mentioned yesterday, guys? Bearish retracement, key demand zone for gold, right? If selling pressure continues, a deeper move to 2840, 2838 is likely, right? Just remember, these are all the things we've been talking about. I'm not surprised it's down here. Yeah, I just took an L there, but it was prepared. Now it's in that next demand zone where maybe it holds, right? 2840 we talked about. This was the area to wait for. So 2850 didn't hold. I bought at 2850. I closed at 2844. I took a 60 pip stop loss there. So we're at the zone that I had planned for kind of yesterday. Again, possible rejection leading back to 2850, 2855. That happened. We had a nice 200 pip reaction off of 2850. Are we going to get in for buys again here? Maybe. We'll see. We'll see. Tone price out. It could react quickly here. Don't want to be aggressive. I already had a good buy off of 2850. Wish I was still holding my sells at top. So that's why sometimes I kind of I stream a lot, and the more you're on the charts, the more setups you'll see. So I like to leave it. You guys noticed I didn't stream yesterday because it's I caught a trade. I don't want to root It was kind of that with the sells. It'd be man, when you're always looking at the chart, sometimes you may see more setups too. So for instance, I had sells here, got out of those, but I was able to catch buys here. But realistically, I could still be in the sells, right? 2840, 2838 area, potential reaction. Like I said, that's the next demand zone. That's where I was looking for other buys if 2850 didn't hold. I did right here. If selling pressure continues, a deeper move, 2840, 2850. There's a stronger demand here at 2840, 2838 area. Maybe price reacts here instead. Might be aggressive though right now. What time is it? 10? Maybe wait out a bit. I wouldn't just jump into it. Maybe wait for some rejection. Watch price over the next 30 minutes to an hour. But potentially, and even when we look to the left, there's some previous resistance there. To the left here. Like if you're jumping into it, you could try to pip and dip. But yeah, we came down to the next demand zone. 28.50, 28.45 didn't hold. I mean, 28.50 almost did. It did for about 200 pips. And like realistically, like you don't need 300, 400, 500 pips. Like 28.50 was a solid hold. It didn't need to go more than that. It literally went back to 28.70, the zone I called out for sells. I think for now, since I just was part of like some stop loss liquidation there, keep an eye on this because market could potentially reverse from here. Maybe have a bounce. No, we were wrong about that, but guys, if you've been tuning in, it was buys at 28.50. We talked about that last night. It was sells 28.70, 28.75. And then not to mention the first trade we had at the beginning of the week. Guys, we had buys here. So don't forget about like the trades we've had. Right? Because if that was the first trade you took this week, that means you missed this trade at 28.10. That means you missed the also we caught sells. Where did we catch the sells? We caught sells 28.45. We talked about 28.45, 28.50 area. There was a sell there. Like, there's been 1, 2, 3, 4, 5 different scenarios I've talked about. Not just that one. So that was my first L of the week. I'm not in another trade right now. I might enter gold one more time for New York session, just not right at this hour. Maybe in the next 30 minutes to an hour. It has come back to like that lower 28.40, which is what I had marked the other day. If you go look at what I wrote in Discord, it was the area I was anticipating price to come back to. For maybe a stronger dip, retracement. Well, yeah, if this area doesn't hold, then I'm not going to just step into buys. I'm going to wait, though, because I just took an L. So that L was literally minutes ago. I just tone it out, chill. I caught some really good sells up here. I literally had an entry on this candle right here. That red one. That was... that would have been probably right in here. They had an entry on that candle. So monitor price, like buys could be setting up because now it's been like pretty much a London bearish. In this case, like London started bullish, but now it's been more of like a full-on kind of like New York stepping in with the bears, London going up, New York coming in down. So now, what time is it? 10. Market still has time for momentum and volatility to continue. So I wouldn't just jump into buys. I would wait and kind of monitor price for time. Like I think it's a little too early right now to just step in. Might be after 11 o'clock, 11:30 range, where the market has more of those buys setting up. I think right now might be a little early. Like, yeah, it's coming down good zones, but with the amount of time, like it's 10. So probably even for the next, like that's what I say, maybe in the next hour, keeping an eye on price in case it goes lower, waiting. Because now gold's dropping before NFP, which is kind of interesting because what if NFP comes out negative now? I would wait. That's why I closed that buy. Why did I close that buy? Because so I'm not holding it still in this position. Notice how, notice how I went minus 50, 60 pips. I'm like, all right, I'm out. Closing the buy. getting out. No emotion. Who cares? Close it, get rid of it. Bye. Otherwise, now I'd be down a lot more money, right? So I got into a buy, took action. It went like 10 pips in profit, didn't work. Okay, move on. It's not every trade's going to work if you're going to be entering the market as much as I do, right? Now, it's not holding 28.40 right now. I would wait. I'm not entering another buy. If I do, I'll let you know, but I'm feeling like it's going to be a little bit later now with the way price is moving and the way that my first buy reacted there. That buy I took at 28.50 quickly went into profit, but then it just came right down. The way the market just flushed out like that. So I'd rather wait. I'd rather just sit on my hands just a bit. This 4 hours, 2 hours and 51 minutes left. Just wait a bit before even up to like the next hour watching price. Because now we're getting a big dip. Now we're getting a big price drop for the day. So I think after 10:30, 11:30 range, we'll see reversals of this dip. I may go live again at like 1 p.m. or 2 p.m. to see where price is. I may hop back on in like 2 hours just to kind of see where price is and just chill and not rush the charts, like just monitor it for a bit. I think I'll hop back on in a bit. I'm not in a buy. I got in a buy at 28.50 but closed it when it went to like here, like 28.45. I was like, I'm out. I was like, screw it, I'm out. Didn't hold, it wasn't holding. Usually like you know when it's like better reaction. What's to the left there? Previous resistance, yeah, I see that now. I didn't like see that at first. I just noticed that over to the left here. Yeah, I see that now. Cause down here is previous lows, so it's kind of far. They have to be like, if you're entering now, you'd have to use a really big stop loss, so you don't get taken out. Like, because there's a chance it could come down more. Now it's like we're closer to 28.25 than we were the next quarter. The market is almost now at the next quarter. Remember what I was talking about last night with your 0s, 75s, 50s, 25s? Now look, we're almost near the next quarter. A big cluster area of demand I see here. Like there's previous resistance. So I'm probably gonna get a buy, but could have had one there. I'll wait for a pullback or something. I'm probably gonna look for a buy on gold. We got a flush out there. We got the flush out. But I know on this one I'll probably give myself more breathing room, smaller lot size, not a one lot this time. I'll break it down, maybe small, baby pip it. Because like, look how big this area I see is. It's a pretty big area. So like if I'm getting a trade from here, could pull back to the area. It's a pretty big area now. We just missed a good sniper entry there. 28.40 is holding, you're right. Damn. It hit 20, crazy, magical, random price I write. Right here. 28.38, 28.40, stronger demand zone. First reaction area, 28.50, 28.45. 28.50 held, 28.45 didn't. 28.40, 28.38. Dude, we just went, oh wow, we're above 28.38. I like buys still. At this price, better than where I was buying before, 28.50. Could go back to 28.50 potentially, right? Like that's where we could come back to, 28.50. It looks like it's holding. Try to go long like 28.40 or lower on price for gold. Like if you can obviously see, like guys, I want you guys to see what my eyes see. Like 28.40 is a good entry. Understand price could go down and still move above it. Like there's a big zone here that I see between 28.40 and 28.25, or 28.40 and 28.30 now. That I got flushed out. I got stopped out. I was a part of the stop loss. It could hold this. I think this was the right zone right here, 2840, 2838. So if it gets back in that area, like it's at 2842 right now, it's obviously not 2840 or 2838. That could already be in profit. If we get pullbacks to there, try to hit it like. Yeah, I came down to the next demand zone. I was saying 2840 all session. Like I was saying, either we hold 2850 or we go come down. Remember I was saying, like, trading simple. It's either it holds here or it comes down to 2840 and then goes up. So it's not doing anything I'm surprised of right now. Like I was, 2840 I had in mind, 2838 had in mind. It's at 2842 right now. So that's not the price we were talking about. We were talking about a low 2840s or lowers. It would be kind of chasing the price right now if we're not getting in the 2840, 2838 area, the zone we kind of, even though it's not that far above it. This is the last setup I'm seeing for the day. The first one I took failed. I hope not everyone. I don't know if any of you guys entered that first one I took. This is the last setup I'm going to look for the day. The last trade for the day here on gold for buys. I'm going to buy into this dip. It looks like it could be even on, like the 4 hour is correcting. I'm going to look for entries close to 2840 or lower. TP 2850 or ride it out for the day because this could be a buy the dip scenario. I didn't get in like really what I want. Come back a bit. I'll scale in if it pulls back some more. Yeah, you could 2850, like, I mean, if you got in, you could take TP at 2845, 2850 if you're scalping. Like, it's about to hit 2845. Yeah, it was 28.4, 20. Take notes of my charts and everything I say on stream. Damn. There it is, 2840, 20, yeah, literally. I was, sometimes there could be two zones, like, okay, so what do I mean by first reaction area? Like, so like zone 1 and 2 kind of like, because like in trading, it's like if it's either going to come to this zone or break it type of thing, right? If you have a support, so let's say, so what does that mean? First reaction zone and then second reaction zone. Like if you have a support like in the market and then maybe you have a support down here as well. So let's say something like this. You have a support, right? But you have another one down here. So you have two demand zones, right? So what do I mean by maybe first reaction area? Well, maybe the first reaction area is the first area I see, but I also understand there's an area below me. So that's maybe this is like that first reaction area the market could potentially react at, right? Maybe there's a second zone below you, right? In terms of this. Yeah, I had to squeeze in there. I had to make my L back. I'm sorry. I lost like $600 real quick there. I had to make it back. I had to be quick there. I did say 2840, man, for like last night. I said it for the last, how long have I been streaming? I've been streaming for 2 hours and 2 hours. That might be a buy the dip scenario. Yeah, that was it. I was right, man. Fuck. Thought I'd throw my. I got some of you guys got in. Did anyone get in? That was it. So let's learn from this. This is an understanding gold. Took out the low, midday buys, stronger demand zone. It came to, you got to be prepared to lose sometimes if the first zone reacted once, but maybe not. I mean, 200 pips, that's pretty solid. Second time, the second time didn't work. But you got to sometimes be prepared, because there could be like, it might not look like how I'm drawing it perfectly like this, where there's a support you're coming to, like you're coming to this low, but then there's another one down here that's lower that the market hasn't touched yet, like it hasn't reached for yet. So it can be like, okay, what's the market gonna do right now? It's gonna test this low, but potentially it's gonna react. If it doesn't, it's gonna come down to the next zone, react. The candle still, we gotta watch price still. Still watch price. Like, look at the 4 hour. It's done a good drop, retracement. We're in an uptrend. Friday's NFP is a negative release, so negative forecast. Maybe that still trades in that direction. Keep an eye on gold still. Like, this could still pull back to 28.40, 28.30. This could still pull back. Like, keep an eye on it. Maybe you weren't able to get in. I see a handful of people were able to get in. It could still pull back. No, like, keep an eye on it, because, like, look at the 4 hour now. So for instance, like, there was a solid reaction there. Like, price behaved pretty solid there, right? 4 hours pulled back a lot. 28.40, you can see we're above it now. 28.25 isn't that far below, right? So there's a big zone here that the market's like retraced into when you go to the 1 hour, right? See that? So to me, it looks like we went up, we made a high, yeah, we reversed, but we came down potentially to move up. Yeah, I took a quick L there. I gotta be quick. If I wasn't streaming, trading on my own, I would have made like 10 G's there. Just saying. It's different, like live trading and trading on your own. Like, trading on my own is more of just a quiet, not talking, chilling, boring AF. But I would have probably made like 5-10 G's there if I wasn't streaming. Just locked in on my own. Like, I'm up 4,000 right now. I'll show you. I would have made probably $10,000 there. That's usually like, I'm gonna close these. Fuck. What a fucking situation. Like, fuck me, man. That was fucked. I almost took a big L there before, because I didn't even have a stop loss on that trade before. I would have lost like $2,800 almost before. I would have been messed. I'm still gonna watch gold and look for more entries. Oh yeah, I'm pretty crazy. That's trading for you right there. That's like when I'm on my own. Like you might see me go on my phone sometimes. If you see me pull up my phone real quick, I'm probably entering a trade. One day I'll do live trading. Like, I haven't done live trading in years. I've just sent signals, markups, taught. Like, I've been trading on my own for years. And alright, there goes $1,000. Oh, it was 28.40, guys. Fuck, man. Like, we wanted this. we wanted this. That's the worst part. Should have been more prepared there. That could have been a 10G trade, literally. Mamma mia. We wanted this all week. We wanted this for 2 days. 28.50 reacted, you know, in London session if you were up. We wanted 28.40 for like 2 damn days. Because, so, for instance, like, what do I see here? Kind of what I drew. Remember what I just drew, but it's not going to look the same as what I just drew, because my eyes might see the volume different. Like, So remember what that kind of thing I just drew of the, where was that scribble I just did of this idea of the, if there's one zone, but maybe like down below you have a different volume point. Like down here you might have a different volume point. You might have like your first zone that the market's coming to, but like below you have another volume point. So like that first zone could work, right? But then still come down to the volume point where there's more demand. So like kind of like if you look here for instance, like see, like, so I'm drawing a big arrow here because I understand it could come like, so 28.50. That's the first price, is 28.50. The first red line's 28.50. The bottom one's 28.40, and the middle's 28.45. So 28.50 is kind of like, because it's like a psychological number, right? I understand 28.50, that's a pretty psychological number. Market could react off of that. But what my eyes also see down here, like see here where I'm circling? Like how we move up from there, there's volume comes from there. You have an engulfing candle. I could see a move. I could see there was a move here, right? I could see volume here, right? You gotta be prepared to lose. Otherwise, like, you gotta have trading. You gotta have ammunition. You can't go all in on every trade. I lost money there and made twice the amount back. Look at this. I'll send a screenshot. Look what I just did. I'll put it in Discord. I lost. I'm gonna send it in the Discord. I'm just watching gold. That's the way. That's gold for you. Like, gold will literally, it can be quick. 100 pips just happened like nothing. 120 pips just happened like nothing. 4 hour will probably maintain, like, you got a bottom wick. Like, I would keep an eye on gold to come back. Maybe this area. I did say if selling pressure continues, a deeper move to 28.40. Damn, bro. Sometimes I impress myself, not gonna lie. Like, because I look back, I'm like, what the fuck? Such a random price. It's like, what's 28.40, 28.38? Seems so random. I literally wrote 28.40, 28.38. Might seem so random, but it's like 28.38. That's a random ass price. Well, it's kind of what my eyes were drawn to, where I see volume and kind of liquidity in the market. I still like gold for buys. I'm gonna look for more buys if this comes back to 28.40 or lower today. I might stream again in the afternoon. You know, yesterday I tried to stream at 2 p.m. I'll try to do that today. Hopefully the power doesn't go out. When I haven't done live trading in years, so it's like when you've been just trading on your own for years. Like, I trade in my bed. I trade in my sleep. It's different. It's natural. I trade on the toilet. To be honest, I'll be like, it's natural for me. So I haven't done live trading in years. I've done live analysis, live markups, kind of signal ideas. Live trading, it's been a while, so it takes a bit to get used to. I'll probably have to, like I said, probably in March I'll do it. I'll probably make like a 5K, 10K account. Probably 5K just for live trading, like, and actually show it. I haven't done it in a while, so it's something you get used to a bit. Like, when I say a while, I haven't done it since like 2020. I haven't done live trading in like 4 or 5 years, so takes a bit to get used to it, like especially when you trade. I'm a high risk trader, so I gotta tone the risk down so you guys don't freak out. I can make 20% in a day. So like I gotta do it the way I trade the account. Maybe I just 5K account, grow it $200 a week. Show you guys that type of stuff, smaller, realistic stuff. Even though what I can do, I think is realistic, but it takes just experience, getting the skill set. So this here, I took an L on gold. I'll admit it, but fuck, it happens. It happens. In January, I took 3 L's. 3 L's. And you want to know what? They were on sells. Actually, in January, I think one. No, did we take it? I don't think we took any L's on buys in January. Maybe one. Look to the left. You have previous resistance here, so keep an eye on gold. I think I'll come back in the afternoon to see where it's at, because another good time to look at gold. You guys might not know it. It is like 2 p.m. Eastern time. There's another good time to look at it is when London session finishes. London session finishes at 12 though. So when you talk about London session finish, it's 12. So volume, this is 10:30. Let's see what 5 minutes doing. Is it accumulating? See, like it could still try to come back down. It might accumulate above 2840, 2838 area. But London session closes 12. 2 p.m. Eastern time is another good time to look at the charts. A lot of times you can get reversals because it's like die down afternoon time. A lot of times the market's already made its move for the day, like sells for the day, and it starts to reverse. I think with the way this 1 hour reacted off of 2838, 2840, the plan I had in mind 2 days ago and yesterday, with how it's reacting, I think it'll hold this area. Could still hold above the zone. We had a good reaction there, so it shows like buyers stepped into the market. Gold is still bullish. We can't just say we've broken the uptrend, you know, in one sell day, like of a pullback. I don't think we could say from one, you know, that would be like, oh my God, we're in a, that would, like all these pullbacks, you know, I don't want to be sitting here like, oh, we sold today. You see sells. We got to look for a downtrend. Like you could see, like if you zoom out, every sell has been a setup for the buy. So yeah, like we've seen some sell movement in the last 12 hours or so on gold, last day on gold, coming from 2870, 2875 zone. But when you look at all the other sells too, like look at here, sells, 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 sells. Look at all the sells. What do they do after? They buy up. So I still think we're in an uptrend. I think this could be a sell, maybe taking us more into the uptrend, potentially. I wouldn't look at this like, oh my gosh, it's dropped in the last day. It's going in a downtrend now. I don't think there's enough evidence for that so much as of yet. That would be like looking at this right here, like, oh my gosh, we're in a downtrend now. We got to sell, sell, sell. After this went down, you could see it was pretty much a buy the dip scenario. Or this right here, like here, you have some big sell pressure, pretty similar to the sell pressure we got today. If you like measure them out as well, you'll see maybe a very similar like move, right? See? So like, I don't think there's enough evidence to be like, yeah, okay, we got sells in the last day. Like maybe it's not enough so much for me to be like, okay, we broke the uptrend. The uptrend's gone all of a sudden. Like I still see the uptrend in existence, right? I don't see like the sell movement that we got and the downwards movement that we got just in the last day as like enough evidence to say that this uptrend, I mean, is broken. Because like if you look at what happened like over here, for instance, like from here to here, right? That down move from here to here. Similar down moves, right? On the market there. So when you look at here to here, let's make it red just for the, just for the context here. Similar, right? See those two moves down? So like, if you were treating the market like, oh my gosh, we're bearish now, we gotta sell gold, downtrend, all-time highs are reversing. It was just more of a buy the dip scenario there, right? Market was more of a buy the dip. It made that little pump up, and then went down. Little pump. Here, same thing, right? Came down, pumped up, little pump, boom. So if we look at like this week, like it comes down, it pumps up. Like this could be a buy. Like if we look at those moves, like keep measuring them out. Like even here, sell pressure, right? We got sell pressure along all of here, sell pressure here, sell pressure here. All of these have just been a buy the dip. If you look at them, every single one a buy the dip. So that's what I still think. Like I still think like this could be another buy the dip scenario. I want to treat it as that because if it is, I know I could catch a trade maybe like 28.80, 28.90. If this is another buy the dip scenario like we've seen, doesn't have to be, but we trade based on like those types of scenarios. Maybe I'm wrong, but I'm usually right most of the time. I'll say that. You guys will hear me. I've said that for 5 years straight. 4 or 5 years straight I've said, maybe I'm wrong, but usually I'm right. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dips. And they bought the dip every time. So this is the 7th one. If you look at dip number 1, so there's a buy the dip here. Took us up. And then another dip, took us up. And then another dip, took us up. This is what crypto need to be doing. Why can't crypto be doing this? Literally. Like, why can't alts be doing this? Look at gold. They're buying the dip on gold every time. They're buying the dip. They're selling it. They're buying the dip. They're selling it. They're buying the dip. They're selling it. They're buying the dip. I'm going 5 lots gold, holding till the end of the week. I'm kidding. Maybe at 28.40 or lower. I catch something, but it's too. We got 28.45. It's left 28.40. You may have to watch price. Keep an eye on price because this could be a buy the dip situation like we've seen. Why can't crypto be doing this? Like, what the hell, man? Gold is trending better than crypto right now. I need crypto to do this. Yeah, so keep an eye on price. This could be a buy the dip scenario. We've seen 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Now, number 7 in a month. We've literally seen in the last month, these dips. So I definitely keep an eye on price because this could have been a buy the dip scenario. That trades up until Friday. And golfing right there, yeah, you got one there. You could maybe trade back into it, but it looks like this might have been a buy the dip scenario for them. Because NFP's supposedly going to be negative on Friday for the dollar. So if NFP is negative on Friday, or it's already forecasted to be negative, so this could go up until Friday. This might have been a buy the dip scenario, guys. This could have been might have been a buy the dip scenario. Sus Bob. That's funny. I did say, literally curious to watch. Documentation beats conversation right there. Try to look for buys on gold. I think it was a buy the dip scenario. Not financial advice. Just kind of look at the chart. I don't think it's enough evidence to say that uptrend's completely broken yet. I think NFP would have to be kind of the decider for that Friday. I'll let you guys know if I go on in the afternoon. I might go on. I might jump back on in 2-3 hours. So what time is it? 10:38, 11:38, 12:38, 1:38. Yeah, I might jump on in 3 hours from now. I'll keep you guys posted in Discord. Last night I tried to jump on, but I failed. The power went out. I have to load up. Might have to see. I'm gonna probably try to scale in on gold. Wherever I get my entries, like this isn't the best entry. Like, is it? It's not terrible if price. Depends on where you have your stop loss. Like if I were to like, I'm seeing over here is the last low, right? So if you're getting in entries, you may have to scale in because you might be able to get better entries than just this price. Like if you're to enter gold right now, just consider you might be able to get better price entries too. I still think this might be a buy the dip. They've been buying every dip. Trade wars going on, wars are going on, so I still like it as a buy the dip. Load up. Could push up to 28. It could go higher. It could, because look at the dips after. It could go higher than 28.50. It could have been a buy the dip scenario. But I'll keep you guys posted in Discord. I'll probably come back on in the afternoon to check out gold, see where price is at with you guys, and maybe go over some other updates. But I'll keep you guys posted. We're gonna wrap it up for the morning. We've been on for a bit now. But on for a bit over 2 hours. It could keep pushing up. It might have, yeah, it looks like it was a buy the dip scenario on gold. Looks like it was a buy the dip. You'd have to let pullbacks happen, look for good entries, but it looks like they just bought the dip. I did say, man, in Discord. Damn, man, we were right. 28, that first zone from 2 nights ago. But yeah, guys, we're going to wrap it up. 2850 was just tapped. Came back to 2850. Buys were right. Holy, there's another scammer account. Like, holy. Here, let me report, let me kick them out, ban this account. Get this account taken off. About to get this guy. Oh my god, these freaking scammers, bro. Like, get a life. Like, get a life, bro. Like, probably a bunch of like Indians and Nigerians sitting in a room together, sweating, fucking scamming people. No offense, bro, but that's like usually what they are. Look at the grammar these people have, bro. Like, learn, like, wow. Look at the grammar. Someone just sent me a screenshot of. Look at the grammar. Like, these people don't even know how to write. What kind of grammar is this? Oh my gosh, like the punctuality is just what the. Wow. Yeah, see, like I was looking for buys. 28.50, it didn't work. I did say be prepared. Price could come down and still find that same buy, right? Like look, now it's back at 28.50. What do you know? I could have held my other buys. Wouldn't have even taken that out. So it looks like a buy the dip scenario. Price could rip to like even potentially 28.80, 28.90 by the end of the week. Because if you look at the last, how many arrows are there? 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Those 6 arrows I drew going down. This is a 4-hour chart. So look at the arrow, like the candles after. It goes up quite a bit after the dips. So this looks like it was potentially a buy the dip scenario. Ondo, big buy on Ondo right now. I think Ondo news. I'm seeing Ondo on my phone. Ondo. They might have bought the dip. They might have like be trying to buy the dip here, you know? Could be a swing. So hopefully this thing comes back to like 28.45 or 28.40, like lower. Is it gonna close? That's a good, like bullish close. What if it closes above 28.50 now? Like the quarter makes a wick above that. That would be interesting. What if this candle literally wicks above 28.50? Then it's a bullish close above 28.50 on the 4-hour. That would be interesting if we close above 28.50. Like it could have been a buy the dip scenario, guys. That's what they need to be doing with these damn cryptos, eh? But that's pretty much going to be it for the day. Like it looks like a buy the dip scenario. That's my bias. I know it took an L there, but you can see why I was looking for buys, you know? I know that first buy when it went down and it was like, oh man, probably what's this guy doing? Why is he buying? Why is he looking for buys? But afterwards, you're looking at price now, like damn, like I see why I was looking for buys. Yeah, I know. Sometimes I'm so right that I'm wrong. Sometimes I'm so wrong that I'm right. It hurts. That is sometimes patience. Might close like because there's a wick on the 4-hour. Bottom wick's being formed. If that wick gets bigger and we have more solidified close above 28.50, that's important. 28.50 being a psychological number that I was buying at first, right? I bought that twice. I bought once in London and then live there. But if the 4-hour manages to get more above that wick size is going to get bigger, right? The body maybe turns bullish or less red, you know, smaller bear, where you have that wick getting larger, potentially closing above 26.50. Buy the dip. It looks like a buy the dip scenario, and that wick could get fairly larger as it graduates through time. It could solidify itself more above 28.50, which is important if this 4-hour or if this 4-hour, yeah, like if this is closing more bullish, that's important too, like as well. That's the zone. That was the zone I drew. 28.40, literally 28.38. So it could, that's something key to kind of, that's why I'll probably be on back in like 2 hours, guys. 2, what time is it? 10:48 again. 11:38, 12:38, 1:38. Yeah, probably 3 hours. 2 to 3 hour range. So I'll keep you guys noted in Discord, just see how price looks. Alright guys, but we out. Yeah, see? Back, look at that. Fudgesicles, eh? Now, like, those buys I was taking were like, you know, pretty sketchy at first, but now you're probably like, damn, you know, this guy was looking for buys. Fucking, yeah. See? I'm usually, like, even when I'm wrong, I'm right. Remember that. No. Nah. Damn. They faked out the 2050. They knew everyone was going to buy at 2050. They took out the low, swept the low, right? Midday reversals, New York session. It's solidifying above that 2850. It might close above it. Look at the wick, yeah. If I was on Kick, I'd be like screaming all the time or something. YouTube, I gotta chill on you. I gotta keep it PG on YouTube. PG. Can you swear on YouTube? But yeah, guys, we out. I'll keep you guys posted. I think, yeah, like, man, we were right about longs. It was longs all day, baby. I was right. Even if I was that would have been a hefty drawdown though. If I held 2850 to 20, yeah, it would have been a hefty drawdown. I would have been able to stomach it, like, no problem for me. Never wrong, just early sometimes. Yeah, sometimes, you know, sometimes. Not every time. Not every time. Right? Am I right? Back me up on that one. You know? Give me some backup on that one, boys. But yeah, we'll be back in a bit. Don't worry, you guys. I got a lot of DMs right now. I'm private. One day there'll be just an easy way to website, but it's private for now. I'm gonna DM everybody. Don't worry, and everybody that's already confirmed is gonna get emails soon. But yeah, guys, we out. Peace out, peace out, peace out. I'll be back in a bit, a couple hours from now, afternoon.
So